Well, this morning, 2 Louisville police officers are recovering in the hospital. They were shot last night amid angry protests after a grand jury declined to charge 2 officers involved in the death of Breonna Taylor. Now, the shootings marred what had been a largely peaceful demonstration in a city where a state of emergency was declared in advance. CBS 2's Jerika Duncan has more now from Louisville.
Officer down, right there. Officer down. It was a frantic scene around 8:30 last night after 2 Louisville police officers were shot. Interim Police Chief Robert Schroeder says a suspect is in custody.
One is in alert and stable. The other officer is currently undergoing surgery and stable.
Breonna Taylor!
Although protests started peacefully, some people set trash cans on fire. Around 100 people were arrested. The protest came after months of waiting for a decision in the killing of Breonna Taylor. Former Louisville detective Brett Hankison was indicted for his alleged conduct, but not related to Taylor's death. Kentucky Attorney General Daniel Cameron.
The grand jury voted to return an indictment against Detective Hankison for 3 counts of wanton endangerment for wantonly placing the 3 individuals in apartment 3 in danger.
Hankison was arrested and released on bail. The grand jury concluded that he wildly fired 10 shots and endangered the lives of a pregnant woman, a child, and a man who were in an apartment next to Taylor's. Officers Jonathan Mattingly and Miles Cosgrove, who the FBI says fired the fatal shot, will not face state criminal charges.
The use of force by Mattingly and Cosgrove was justified to protect themselves. This justification bars us from pursuing criminal charges in Miss Breonna Taylor's death.
Taylor was killed on March 13th as police executed a search warrant for drugs and money. Neither were found. Her boyfriend, Kenneth Walker, says he believed the police were intruders, so he fired a single shot which hit Mattingly in the thigh. Police returned fire. 6 bullets hit Taylor.
Did somebody kick in the door and shot my girlfriend?
Walker has maintained police did not identify themselves before they used a battering ram on the door. Cameron said the officers did knock and announce.
That information was corroborated by another witness.
Law professor Colin Miller has worked with Taylor's family. He says he believes the grand jury did not hear all of the evidence.
And we have several witness accounts from neighboring apartments, the neighbors saying, we never heard the police knock and announce.
Taylor's family attorney Ben Crump called the decision to not charge any officer in Taylor's death outrageous and offensive.
It continues to disrespect the black women that have permeated in American society since they first brought us here in 1619.
The FBI is conducting a separate investigation. One of the things they'll be looking into is whether or not police obtained that warrant using false information. Meanwhile, Hankison is under investigation by an FBI-led task force for alleged sexual assault claims in another case unrelated to Breonna Taylor's. Jerika Duncan, CBS News, Louisville, Kentucky.